All right, folks. This is your co-host, Jingle, aka Mr. Jingles, here with Lynch Mafia himself. Lynch Mafia, thank you for having me on the stream, sir. Really appreciate it, man. Glad to be on here.
No problem. Glad to have you on. Everybody go check him out. The G Raider Show on Twitch.
Thank you. Yes, we're trying to get to YouTube for whatever reason. My PS5 will not let me post to YouTube. If anybody has any info on that, I'm not sure. But regardless, we're doing a collab, a Jingle CFM collab, 32-man fantasy draft franchise. You can check out Jingle CFM content. We have a Regs League, which is a smaller league where we play lots of seasons with limited users. And then we just started a 32-man franchise that just started up. And Lynch Mafia, I'm going to give you the floor here. What's your thoughts overall on the fantasy draft? You joined late after the draft, so you weren't able to pick your team, but you are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going to kind of give you the floor here, kind of talk about your expectations and the league as a whole, and kind of just your overall thoughts.
I think it's obviously a really good league ran by D-Nick. He's the main commissioner of this league, so I knew it'd be ran good. So I figured join on up. I'm fortunately down with an injury in real life, so it gives me more time in my
Yeah,
hands to play
hope you
Madden.
hope you
Ran
get.
good, so I
Oh,
figured
sorry. Hope you get well. By the way, hope you get well.
appreciate
Prayers
that.
up for Lynch Mafia. Beast, he's an animal.
Just just something to do, and I know some good competitors in here. We got everybody from the Regs League. If you all want to follow that on the G Raider Show, and I post it too. I'm the Kansas City Chiefs in that league. But I just played my first game. I couldn't stop the run at all, but this shout out to Dave Holder played a really well game. I was getting impatient, and he ran the ball at me a lot and scored and put me away because I got flustered and threw a pick six, and he won off that. I couldn't move the ball again. So props to him. And good game, the Chicago Bears. Dave Holder is the Chicago Bears in this league.
Yeah,
To
so
recap
shout
my
out to
game.
Dave Hop, shout out to Dave Holder. Tell you what, Lynch Mafia, I watched that game. It was a back and forth game, and Dave came up with some. He had a big D-line pick six, and then a big pick six on the. He picked off like an RPO bubble. So shout out to Dave. But you got a really young team there in Tampa, really young team, and maybe we could do through viewers is maybe we can run through your team and talk about some other rosters and just overall just kind of look at the league as a whole. So
Yeah, we're going to go. I mean, obviously everybody's a user, so we're not going to go crazy with the going over all the rosters. I think first
no,
I probably should go over. What do you think, G Raider? Go over my roster first since I'm the host, or
yeah, just a quick overview.
quick overview. So my quarterback, as you can see up there, is not Sam Darnold. I'm starting Malik Willis, and this guy drafted Malik Willis, the one before me. So we have dev traits you can put on. He made him a superstar X Factor. Um, he has some developing to do. Didn't play bad for me, but I have to play better to his strengths. But hopefully he'll get really good in the future. What I really like about Malik Willis is his 96 throw power. It's a lot of throw power for a 68 overall quarterback, and hopefully he'll develop well. I like the way I like how fast he runs and everything too. Moving on to my running backs, just do a quick breakdown. Kareem Hunt,
Yeah,
everybody
he is
knows
fast, man.
he is like
Huge
my
guy.
he's probably my power back, my overall number one. As you can see, it's Jalen McLaughlin number two, and Kani and Wang Yu. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but
We're, we're just gonna we're just gonna say number three running back because I can't pronounce it either.
yeah, number three running back. I just want to keep an eye out for this dude because that 94 speed with 95 excel really intrigues me. So I'm going to keep
Hmm.
him involved. He reminds me of like Pacheco in the other league. That speed. My fullback, I always feel like running an eye for him, so it helps. I think the strength of my team, looking at this now, is my wide receiving room. I got Omar St. Brown, Chris Olave,
Solid,
Tutu Atwell,
really solid.
Jamison Crowder. Obviously, I don't use the other two. I think obviously, Chris Olave is probably my personal top receiver because I like speedy receivers. And Omar St. Brown's nice to have. Going on tight ends, this Trey McBride is a very underrated player because he has 87 speed at tight end. That really helps me
He's young
because
too.
he's 23 and I like having a fast tight end. On my line here, Garrett Bowles, solid player. My starters, Titus Howard. Low overall, kind of young. Maybe can still develop him. Center Drew Dalman. Tyler Steen. My right guard is 23. Right tackle is Jawan Taylor. Solid player, solid tackle in the NFL. My defense, Emmanuel Ogba. Starting left end. My right end, Zach Allen. Jareen Reed's my defensive tackle. Nolan Smith Jr., very high potential. My left outside linebacker, that's at 92 speeds, really nice.
That's a nice pick right there.
Yeah, this dude has a nice pick. I wish I would have had him too. Shaq Thompson, starting linebacker. Bradley Chubb on the right. My corners, my best player on my team, Jalen Ramsey, Awuzie, Isaiah Rogers Sr., and Mike Hughes.
Solid corners. Very
Solid
solid.
corner room. I'd say it's probably second biggest strength of my team outside the receivers. Justin Simmons, very solid player at free safety. Rudy Ford is strong. Nice speed on both. Wish I had a little bit better speed on Justin Simmons, but it is what it is. Kicker Joey Sly. Assistant and my punter J.K. Scott. And that would do for my roster. I'd say overall my roster is pretty. I'd say it's fairly young, which helps. That's how I build my team. So, all honesty, I really don't got too many complaints with my team. This dude didn't draft a horrible team. I kind of would have probably tried getting a high-end running back just to try to run the ball more. But other than that, I really don't mind this team. G-Rater, got anything else to add to that?
I really like this squad. I know you didn't draft the team, but I would say your biggest strength is probably your secondary, in my opinion, with receivers being number two. I mean, when you have Justin Simmons, Jalen Ramsey, Chidobe Awuzie, Isaiah Rogers is a good slot. I can't recall who your regular strong safety is. I know it's a younger, decent player, but yeah, really, really good guys. And on a receiver, you have Amon Ra there. He's a stud, obviously. Chris Olave, love him. Rudy Ford, yep, Rudy Ford. Good size, good speed. So yeah, really good solid roster. I think once you develop Malik, with that speed and that throw power, and I think you're going to be humming. And I think maybe Lunch Muffy, we can talk because I actually have an old, let's just say an old player that you used to have great success with that might be able to fix your problem on offense that you were alluding to. So
Who'd that
we'll have
be?
to talk. We'll have to talk. Let's just say we'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. Let's just say he led you to some success in years past Maddens. So
Okay.
we'll have to talk about that. But yeah, good roster there. We can look at more rosters, but maybe we can just go through the NFL. Just hit L2 and go to the NFL and just kind of just do a quick glance of where players are at. And we're not going to hit every single roster, but yeah, I think I'd be excited if I were you, your roster. You got a lot of good young potential. So
Obviously they
if you want
played
to,
it the greatest, but props off to my opponent, Dave Holder. Congrats on him on the win, but hopefully we can bounce
yeah,
back.
Dave Holder getting better. He's been in the Jingle CFM now for the last 2 years. If you guys go check out the G Raider show on Twitch, my episode 10 was actually against Dave Holder. Um, Me and him had a good matchup in our Regs League. He put up a good fight. I only won 40 to 35 there. So, but
Playing the top end talent tough. If he's only losing them by 40-35, and I don't want to spoil the game, Gunner, but I think you had to pull some heroics to beat him towards the early end. He
yeah,
played you
his run
tough,
was
from what I
getting me.
heard.
He had about, I think he had over 20 rushes for like 300 some yards rushing. I mean, it was completely disgusting. That was shades of Madden 20. Shout out to D Nick when he used to just run, stretch dive, stretch dive, over and over. But
Mm-hmm.
pretty disgusting. Yeah, pulled out the win. The playoffs, a win's a win, so I'll take it. But it wasn't pretty. So
Let's
it was not pretty.
moving on here quickly. I want to G Raider. Let's move on to your team. Let me introduce your
Okay.
team. The
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns, baby.
Ho 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 ho. Yeah, when we're going to Cleveland, we're barking till we drop. We're with the Coors Crusader, the Coors the leader himself, Lynch Mafia gonna be drinking the cores down, getting all peppered up, barking, ow, 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 ow,
Oh, we
going
got a
nuts.
comment
No one
here.
can
Didn't mean
control
to
us.
cut you off. After this team, after we check out this team, whoever commented, please drop your team. We'll review it next.
Yeah, yeah, drop the team. Whoever commented, yeah, man. Drop your team. We'll give you a shout out, give you a check.
So the
But yeah,
floor is
my
yours, you
team's
Raider. I apologize.
there you go. My team, I'm gonna be quick. My team's really young. Fred Warner was my first pick. Good user, wanted him. Traded Travis Etienne off my division rival, D-Nick. Um, got Travis Etienne in a trade, so good running back to have. Javon Holland at safety, gonna try to maybe get him some upgrades, move him to linebacker. Might play some 6-1. I got some really young corners in J.C. Horn, Derek Stingley, and Joey Porter Jr.
Really good
Grant
corner room.
Delpit's my other safety with superstar abilities. It's 6'3", might be putting him down a linebacker as well. So I could potentially have Delpit, Holland, and Warner all down there getting ready to crack some skulls. And at QB, my second round pick was Anthony Richardson. He was my
Wow.
second round pick. Uh, Somebody in our league stuffed a ball and had great success, so I picked him up. And he's young, but we're gonna try to develop him. And if you move the running back on, if you look at the second man on my depth chart, that's the man I'm talking about that used to lead me to great
Oh,
success.
okay.
So we might talk trade. This for the viewers. Lunch Mafia was our last reigning PS4 champion in Madden 22, I believe, and
hmm
J.K. Dobbins led him to a Super Bowl run and many playoff victories. He was a true good player for him. So we might have to talk trade there.
hmm
But
I gotta make a
yeah,
little
other than
comment
that,
though. I see that
go ahead.
College Ohio State. All I gotta say is go blue to that, but we'll
Oh,
keep that in mind. Keep in mind.
like that, like that. Yeah, I mean, I've been quick on my team. My receiving core is really young, but I got Puka Nakua. He was a superstar already. He's my slot. Uh, I got Marvin Mims, who I'm actually looking to trade if anybody wants to trade him, because I have Quentin Johnson, 6'4" rookie, and then Danny Gray, 6 foot tall, 96 speed.
hmm
And then tight end, we moved Alan Lazard to tight end. And line is pretty pitiful, not gonna lie. Defensive line is pretty pitiful, and I kind of already went over the defense. So yeah, that's my squad.
Just going
Excited.
slowly through here to your line
I want
here,
to say
so the
one
viewers
thing
can
real
say.
quick. Yeah, I got some young. That John Michael Schmitz is young. Taylor Penning on one side, he's young. Got some young pieces on the line. But I want to say one thing. We're going to Pittsburgh this week. We're barking until we're blue in the face. And D-Nick, we're coming for you, baby.
Oh man!
Yep, yep.
So, with that being said, the next team we were. You have anything else to add to your team, G Raider, or is
Nope.
that all?
Oh, he's the Seahawks. Uh-oh, the
Yeah,
Seahawks.
we're going next to the Seahawks to review his team.
Yeah, shout out to the Seahawks.
So, okay, so it looks like his top end player is Micah Parsons. I assume he picked that number one. I'd say that's a really good pick there.
Oh
Going
yeah,
through his team, just give him a quick, brief rundown on it. Definitely got some veterans I see here, which
yeah,
I don't
veteran
blame him with
roster.
that approach. Really young team looks like here. Let me go through his roster really quick, and we'll give a quick breakdown on it. Quarterback Zach Wilson. I believe you can comment if I'm wrong. Let me go see. Put X Factor. Yep, he put his X Factor on him. His
Yep.
running back is Raheem Mostert. Really nice speed. I really like using him in pass games. Just wish you could reverse his age a little bit. 95 speed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fullback. Not too sure if he uses him, if he goes out of eye or not. His wide receiver room. He got Mike Williams. Quez Watkins really like 90 at 97 speed is nice. Darius Davis. Tight end room, Zay Jones. I believe that's a wide receiver move to tight end, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And he put looks like one of his optional superstars he put on him. So nice
Left
move.
tackle,
Good
22
size.
years old. Not
Equana,
bad.
he's good. Yeah, he's real good.
Deion Dawkins, left guard. Was he a tackle before?
Yeah, I think he was a tackle. We
So he
must have
got
converted him down.
moved in. Cushionberry is center, moved in. Not moved in. I think he's regular center. Not a bad pick. He got three right guards. They're all fairly young and about the same overall.
Hmm.
His right tackle is Lane Johnson, really high overall, but he's kind of older, but a very solid
Yeah.
player for now.
Oh yeah.
His left ends, he's pass rushers are Tremont Jones. Okay, he's 26. Speed's a little low, but he's fairly young. Probably could develop.
Hmm.
Micah Parsons, obviously, great
I
pick
tell you
there.
what,
Star of the
Lynch
team.
Mafia. I didn't. He was hiding, but backup right end Tyree Wilson. He's probably going to be end up being a starter somewhere. That dude's a stud.
Oh yeah, 23.
Tyree
Forgot
Wilson.
about him.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good player.
Hmm.
But yeah, keep
Uh,
going. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
you're good. Just catching over each room. D tackle Michael Pierce. That's a really good run defender. As you can see, he's 6 foot 355, so that's a good anchor in the middle there for the run defense. Really good run defender. I remember him a few years ago. He was really good on the game. Uh, he's a little bit older. The C tackle room's a little bit old. The backup's in that, so 29, 70 overall, and his third string defensive tackle is a 70 overall at 32. I'd say this is a glaring weakness on the team.
Hmm. I'd agree. I'd agree with you.
Um, Left outside linebacker Daniel Hunter. 28 years old, 91 overall. Definitely one of the premier pass rushers in the league. Go look out for him. Jack Campbell, middle linebacker, and Christian
That's a
Harris.
good pick. That's a good pick, Lynch Mafia. Jack Campbell. I know he's a little slow, but if he could develop him, get him to maybe 87, 88 speed, possibly good abilities, he's definitely userable. I was thinking
Mm-hmm.
about taking him late. I didn't do it though.
Right outside linebacker. One of my personal favorites I like using on previous games, Harold Landry III. I personally think that's a good pick. Frank Frank Clark Sr. back up there. I'd say his right outside linebacker room's not bad.
Yeah, yeah, not
Cornerbacks.
bad.
I would say this is a glaring weakness besides that DJ Turner up there. 97 speed at corner is really nice.
Hmm.
22
That's
years
yeah,
old. I'd say it's a great pick for him. I'd say it's
that
a
is.
very,
That's a great one. Could
very
use some
valued good
superstar
pick
too.
there. If you could comment what round you got him in, if you remember, we appreciate it. If that's like a later round, that's a really good steal. Even if it's earlier, that's a good steal too. Dory
Yeah, for
Jackson, I really
sure.
liked him on this game. JT Jackson probably could develop nice. And Fabian Morio is 29-year-old corner. I would say this room's not bad. It's fairly young. He could develop nice. Free safeties, probably could use some help here. Damari Mathis, 24 years old, 69 overall, but has 93 speed, so that's nice. If you can use him as a user, that'd be really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Strong safety, Jordan Poyer, 32 overall, 87 or 32 age, excuse me, with an 87 overall, which is good for the time being. Maybe possibly use him as trade. I'm sure you can get some value out of him because he could be starter somewhere else. This is just me personally. I might move one of these guys to strong safety because they're young and they're fast. Um, Kicking for him is Daniel Carlson, a veteran in the league. And punting for him, hopefully he doesn't punt too much. Ryan Stonehouse. And overall, G Raider, you can go through the rosters again, but I definitely think this is a young team with a lot of potential. There are some holes, but I tell you what, I think this dude's his top thing is pass rush. I think he got really good pass rushers on this team. Got to look out for that.
Yeah, yeah, really solid squad, and looking forward to see what the Seahawks can do. Shout out to the Seahawks. Next, we had another team request, I think, the Colts.
Colts, baby, this is
And
Lemon.
your old rival, your old buddy Lemonhead.
Oh, yeah, he is rival of Lynch Mafia number two, me. Check out his team. So, it looks like his top pick is Marshawn Lattimore. Very good pick. Let's go through the roster here. Quarterback, he got Brock Purdy. I believe that'd be an X Factor. Let me check. Yep, he was X Factor on him. Jimmy G, he might as well get cut now.
Yep,
James
three.
Cook,
We'll see ya. Boom, into the
Khalil
water, into the
Herbert,
river. See ya.
I'd say is good here. For someone, I keep an eye out. Lemon, give you a little help you out here too. I keep an eye out for this Pierre Strong Jr. He's only 24, 70 overall, but that 93 speed, 93 excel is pretty nice. He's a receiving back. Um, Other than that, too much there. No fullback. Assume he runs lost single back and gun. Wide receiver room got Amari Cooper, Jerry Judy, Juju, Deontay Hardy, Dimey Brown. I probably said his name wrong, but I apologize. Trenton Irwin.
Yep.
Not a bad receiving room.
Yeah, they put
Fairly
the superstar
solid.
on Judy, and I will say for Lemon, he wasn't able to make the draft. So this was a CPU drafted team, but give him credit, not too bad offense. Got an X factor quarterback. Purdy's gonna have to develop for him, but he's got pretty good receivers. So yeah,
I'd
good.
say I didn't see this. I'd say this is a severely underrated pick if he knows how to use them. Is Darren Waller? That 88 speed is a tight end. You get a very fast tight end. They're
Yeah,
very effective on the game. A little bit older, don't get me wrong, but if you don't use speed, that could help out a lot.
yeah,
Let's
agreed.
see his lines. We're Melodious, solid, young. Ben Powers, still young. Center Nick Harris, young, low overall. You got. I mean, I agree with the strategy going young, young line. Let him develop over time.
They
Looks
got a
like
pretty good
Braden
offensive
Smith is
line.
probably his anchor at right tackle.
Yep.
Left end, we got Greg Rousseau, 84
Yeah, put the
overall.
superstar on him. Good pick. Real good pick.
Josh Sweat, our starting right end. D
Got pretty good
tackle.
edges there.
Yeah, got really good edges. I noticed out the theme with a lot of people in this league is a lot of people drafting pass rushers, which is probably a good idea because this league is, I mean, not this league, but this game in general, it's really hard to play defense. So I agree with that method, loading up on pass rushers, just hoping the pass rush gets there. I agree with
Yep.
that. Defensive tackle, we got David and Onomeda, can't say his name, but
Onyemata, I think, something like that.
30 years old, 82 overall. Backups 26, 72. Looks like he could use some help there, but I mean, it's not a glaring need.
Right.
As left Tucky Talkie, I remember him from Cleveland as a left outside linebacker. Decent
He's a
speed,
former
decent age.
clown.
Mm-hmm.
The Clownies.
The Clownies, team that Lynch Mafia number 2 despises in real life, can't stand them. Go Steelers. But middle linebacker at
Agreed.
Devontae Campbell. And we got Landon Collins as backup. I'd say this is a need here. Lynch Mafia number 1, G Raider.
Yeah,
What do
I'd
you think
agree.
about that quick analysis on this middle
Honestly, didn't even
linebacker?
know Landon Collins still in the league. That's pretty. It's cool to see. Yeah, I mean Devondre Campbell, if he get abilities though, I mean heck, it's 6'4". Now I know he's 30, but it's 6'4". Like if he could somehow get abilities and maybe get Lurker, I mean it's 6'4", 86 speed. That's a pretty good user.
Yeah, that is. That is a good user. Right outside linebacker, we got Logan Wilson. Logan Wilson's not a
Solid.
bad user. I've liked him. I think that's an underrated player in Madden. Personally, I like using him.
hmm
He's always played well for me. Hopefully, he plays well for Lemon in the future.
Yep.
Cornerback. Oh man, this is pretty good here. Top end corner with Marshawn Lattimore,
hmm
Rashol,
One of the best in the
Rashol
game right there.
Douglas, Hail 2, fuck West Virginia. But then
Oh,
Byron Jones got and Jerry Jacobs. I'd say this is top heavy after the first two. It's a little questionable, but I see some young talent down there maybe develop. Free safety is Malik Hooker. Played well for me in the past. Don't know how he is now. And then strong safety is Marcus May. I would say, he's kicking for the Colts, Caleb Shudak, and punting for the Colts is Tyler Newsome. But I would say
not a
the
bad
biggest.
roster at all for
No,
Lemon. I
no,
think he's
no.
got something to work with,
I think so
especially
too.
for CPU drafted.
Oh yeah, I think the strongest need right now for him is a strong safety. If I had to go with it, you can look through and give your opinion if you want,
Yeah,
but I'd
no,
say strong safety.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Lynch Mafia that analysis is spot on, and we have another request for a team to be reviewed,
And it's the
and it's none
main
other than the
commissioner.
Pittsburgh Steelers and the fantasy Jingle fantasy commissioner himself. It's D-Nick. Shout out to D-Nick. Check out it's D-Nick on YouTube. He's gonna have some Jingle CFM content, and let's go to the Steelers there at Lynch Mafia. And I'll tell you what, this is a good squad. And D-Nick running with his favorite team, and it's looking strong.
Yep, go Pittsburgh, baby. It's my favorite team too in real life. Alrighty, so here we go. The Steelers top end, for assume first round. It's Roquan Smith. That's an excellent pick. Can't dispute that. Quarterback,
Yep.
we got Sam Howell. see his throw
Yep.
power. 92 throw power, not bad. Definitely, I presume he got Superstar X Factor on him. It's a good idea there. Check out his running
Yep.
backs. Uh, 22-year-old running back here, 75 overall. I'm surprised D-Nick didn't go with a topper end running
Well,
back
he
like Nick Chubb.
did. He did lunch Mafia. He drafted Travis Etienne, but he actually traded him to me
With
because this Zach Charbonnet got superstar abilities. Now he's a big dude, 6'1", 220, with 91 trucking, but only has the 88 speed. So I think he's seen the superstar and he traded ETN to me. But yeah, he's going with Charbonnet. So
Yeah, I'm surprised though he didn't go someone like, especially now with knows with me with the running a lot of power backs been doing well. I mean, I'm kind of surprised he didn't go with Nick Chubb high up there, but I think he'll fit D-Nick well. He's got really good at passing this year, so all the best to him. Fullback, we got Leonard Fournette. The running back, the fullback. Wide receiving room looks really good and young. I didn't realize this. Jordan Addison here. 21 years old, 82 overall. He's going to develop nice. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 24. Michael Wilson, 87. Miles Boykin, 91 speed. I'm going to speed here. Bo Melton, 94 speed. Really young receiving core here. They can probably develop really nicely. They're going to be more so. There's not really any stars like your Justin Jefferson on a team that stands up, but I think they'll all play well together. And Danick will definitely know how to use them. His pass game's gotten much better over the years.
yep, agreed.
Now here at tight end, we got
Nice
Dalton.
pick here. This is a nice pick.
Yeah, you want to go over that pick, Gunner?
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid, 23 years old, 6'4", 86 speed. Shout out to Cream Beef and the Reg CFM. He has Kincaid on his team. He inherited Buffalo. Really good player. I think he's an X factor in that league. So yeah, DNX got a really good tight end there for the future.
He's got a hit in here for the next team. Let's take a look at his line. Jason Peters. I was in the league still at 41, but he's still
Dang,
74 overall. Uh,
the old man's still going,
he's
man.
still good. The former Steeler himself, now Houston Texan. That's
Oh,
Kendrick Green. It's at left
gag,
guard.
gag.
Center, Andrew Voorhees,
He's
24,
a rookie,
young.
young.
Braden Daniels, 68-year-old, 23, young. Dan Moore Jr.,
Oh
24,
yeah.
24
Miles
years
Garrett's
old,
worst nightmare. Not.
and 70 overall. So my thing I'm taking away from Dienek's team, which I would do too, is a very young team. He's getting ready for the future. I'd say Dienek's not ready to compete now. I say that because his team's young, but I think him as a competitor is going to be able to compete because he's really good. But at the same time, though, with his young team, it's not ready now, but it's going to be really good here in about 2 to 3 years. Team
Yep.
shape up. Now, in my opinion, at left end, you got the best defensive player in the league, no doubt. Sorry, Aaron Donald Hale too, but now you got the best defensive player in the league
Whoa,
on your
no
team.
Micah Parsons or Miles Garrett. Whoa.
T.J. Watt, I'd say, is the best defensive
Oh,
player
you heard the
in the
statement here,
NFL.
folks, from Lynch Mafia.
Dinick got him. That's smart movement of him inside, get some extra pass rush. Right end, Bobby Wagner, old, but you can still use him effectively. And
Interesting there, going from a linebacker to end. Very interesting, but has good speed. I mean, I'm assuming his power moves aren't bad. His block shed is
now
not bad at all either.
I think this is an underrated pick because he's an underrated player in the NFL. Defensive tackle, I didn't see this. He got Javon Hargrave. I think that's going to really help in
Actually,
the
via
run game.
trade. Yeah, via trade there. Lynch Mafia via trade.
And then he got the rookie in real life from Wisconsin, Keanu Benton. He's a really good run defender, so might
D-Nick
be.
breaking his rule, bringing back Steelers, their original teams.
I think if I had to say, if the guess with D-Nick here, these are two solid run defenders in real life. I presume he's getting these guys stop up the run, which is a smart idea. These guys aren't really known for their pass rush, but they're good. And D-Nick said he did trade Hargrave. You did say that. Sorry about that. So who could have Travis Jones, who's young too, 6'4", 334, so that's another good run defender. Left outside linebacker Rashad Weaver, very young. I really, really like this team that D-Nick's building here. I'll be honest, probably my favorite, my most my style team that he's drafted. These are
Yeah,
really young but low rolls, but my goodness, these guys develop.
doubt it.
They're, they're going to be really, really good. Rashad Weaver, Hale 2, so that's obviously a good pick. Middle linebacker, we went over him, but the best player, I think. I think he's probably the best linebacker in the game. Middle linebacker, Roquan Smith. And
And look
then
at that number
Levante
two
Davis, good.
linebacker too.
Yeah,
Dang,
wow. It's a good team there, right outside. Hufunga, and he's 23. Quarterback,
solid.
cornerbacks,
Gonna be
Okuda,
running some 6-1.
Marco Wilson. Yeah, he's going to run in that. I've run it too. Check out my last video with Dave Holder versus the Bears. That's what I run too. All very
Okay.
young corners here, all going to develop very, very nicely. And the thing is with D-Nick here too, drafting really young, so he's going to save a bunch of cap, and he's going to be able to spend a bunch of it in free agency, which is going to be really, really nice for him. So
Hmm.
I want to say something at the end of this. Derek Forrest, 24 years old, 83 overall, 91 speed, excuse me, free safety, good free safety there. Julian Blackman, 25, 80 overall, 90 speed. And that is it. So I think my personal opinion, I'll get back to you, this is probably in terms of just how I would draft, this is probably my favorite roster I reviewed because everybody's really young and he's got a lot of depth everywhere. Yeah, the left tackle picks a little questionable. Jason Peters there probably got auto drafted to it. But you can work around that. I'm sure he can get someone young. But to be honest, it's probably they got a few older players like Levante David and Bobby Wagner, but those are serviceable for a year. But I get some ready now. But I think it's my favorite team I've reviewed so far, just because the young and the depth, and it's going to be really really good in here in a few years, and he's going to have a shit ton of money to spend in free agency. So I think D-Nick played this smart.
Yeah, smart move. And I tell you what, Lynch Mafia is going to be a struggle playing him twice a year. But we're going to be coming. We're going to be coming full force. We're going to be barking. We're taking the muzzles off. We're taking the chains off. We're ready to bark. We're ready to bite. And we look forward to seeing the Steelers this week in Pittsburgh. We're going to run through the Raiders roster real quick. We got a request. We're just going to hit roster and run through it really, really quickly. Um, so the Raiders, Patrick Mahomes, he had the number one pick over on the draft. Shout out to the Raiders user. It was requested we do his roster. So we'll just kind of run through this roster very quickly because we're going to be landing this ship here in just a few minutes. Pat Mahomes, man, big pick, Lynch Mafia. I'll let you take it away here with his roster, but number one pick, Pat Mahomes.
I would definitely go with him too. I believe it's controversial to take quarterback probably number one in this league because they're probably their positions of need, but definitely I have him in my regs league. I know you guys heard me going nuts about him the last game I played with him, but still I'd say the best quarterback in the game for sure. I'd say it's a very, very smart pick. Holmes says. Running back Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor, solid pick, young, good, really good running back. Tank, big
solid,
speed.
real solid.
Fullback Johnny Smith, I presume that's a tight end move to fullback. Really nice
Yep.
speed. Wide
Ooh,
receiver
nice
room,
receivers.
kind of top heavy here. Oh wow, actually, never mind. Oh, the speed's nice. He got Shaid, and then Christian Watson, 96 speed. Darius Slayton, 94 speed. Marquise Goodwin,
Is
95 speed. Xavier
is
Gibson,
Rashid
90.
Shaheed a chief in real life?
Yeah, I believe so.
I didn't
This
know he
is
was that fast. So is he
this is
95 speed?
Yeah, in terms of just straight speed, this is probably the best roster we reviewed so far. This is 95, 96, 94, 95, 92. All really
Wow,
good speed.
all speed, all speed.
If this dude knows how to use it, I mean, this is going to be a very dangerous team. I'll say
Yeah,
right
I
now.
agree.
Tight end. I don't mind this move with the tight end. This Chase
Yeah, that's a
Cheat
nice
is a
move.
saint. Actually, excuse me. Dana commented, thank you. In real life, tight end Chase Claypool got moved from wide receiver to tight end. I would do this too if you like to pass the ball a lot. Adam Troutman, 80 speeds, a little bit slower, probably blocking tight end. And then Eric Sobert at number 3. Quickly go through the line here. Charles Leno, veteran, good solid player. Joel Batonio, solid, really good guard. Center, Ryan Kelly. Right guard, Graham Glasgow, go blue.
Nice line, Lynch
Right
Mafia.
tackle, Ryan Ramczyk. Definitely drafted this line for now, which I don't blame him with that receiving core he got. So I don't think that was a bad idea at all, what he did there.
Yeah,
Going
nice veteran
for
haul.
now,
I
he
agree.
probably got 2 to 3 solid years with this line too, as long as you don't have to pay any of them. So that's a good idea. Left end, Clay Campbell, really old but serviceable. Um, Isaac Rochelle, 28. And then Colby Wooden. Right in here, Randy Gregory, old but still serviceable. Defensive tackle, we got Fletcher Cox and then Graven Dexter. Fletcher, still one of the best overall defensive tackles in the league. Um, Overall, still a good player. He's a little bit older, but he's serviceable. Derek Hall, 22. That's 87 speeds, nice. Middle linebackers, Jerome Baker, Quan Alexander. Two solid middle linebackers there. Right outside linebacker, Travis Gibson. Um, Fairly young there, cornerback. Gonzalez, Koo,
I like that Gonzalez. He's good.
Kahu. I can't say his name. Deontay Banks,
Kohu, Wahoo, Zahu. I don't know.
Tony Brown, and Josh Blackwell.
Nice young
Really
corners
young,
though. Real young.
young cornerback room. Free safety, Kobe Durant, good pick. 93 speed, free safety. I never knew he had that much. And eight has low overall, but he will develop, I believe.
Hmm.
Daxton Hill, 22,
Nice pick.
93, 93 speed. Nice kicking for the Raiders is Nick Folk. And then the punter is Johnny Hecker. And that's our review for this one. I have some closing things on this. I definitely think he took more of the same approach as Dinick, but made his line more ready for now, which I can agree with. Definitely think I got to go through this again. I think defensive line might be a little bit of an issue, kind of low overall, but he could work on that. Linebackers are young. Cornerbacks are very young. Free safety's young. He might need some help there, free safety, if he doesn't develop. I'd say his secondary might need a little bit of help, but overall, it's not. I think this was smart too, drafting the team very young. Not as young as Dinick, but definitely think he might not be ready to compete now, but in the future, this dude's going to be something to look out for because his team, in terms of team overall, it's going to be good. And closing
Yeah, I
remarks.
agree. I agree. Lynch Mafia. It's a good roster. Obviously, Mahomes first pick. Got lot of good man. This roster's impressive. This is a really impressive roster. So I could see this guy competing. We got one last request for the Ravens, but we're gonna save that one for the next episode. So Ravens, we'll review your team next episode. Glancing out real quick, definitely got some good players. But Lynch Mafia, I'm gonna give you the floor here if you we want to put a bow on this and wrap up the this episode here. More fantasy draft, Jingle fantasy draft, CFM content to come. You want to go ahead and
Definitely,
summarize and put a cap on
yes,
it?
thank you for being
Excuse me.
here on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to say, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that good stuff. Um,
Absolutely.
it's good reviewing all these rosters. Got plenty more to come. We'll probably break this up in the episodes. We're reviewing everybody's rosters. You can comment. But one last thing I would like to say in terms of this for my Regs League. I'd like to, I got a game coming up tonight and there I'll be streaming, but we got a bit, not big announcement, we're a little bit of an announcement. We're the underdogs this year. We're tired of losing. We're the underdogs, so it's the underdog season. The underdogs are going to win. So we're going to go
Oh,
all white. We're the number one seed, all white, like we're playing, like we're on the road every game. We got that underdog mentality.
but
So,
couldn't have said any better than that, Lynch Mafia. Thanks for having me, buddy.
yep. Thanks for watching, everybody, and more to come.